All right, welcome. If you can hear me, use the chat section to indicate if you can hear me. I'm trying to admit other people in. Okay, welcome guys. Can we hear me? If you can hear me, use the chat box to indicate if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. All right, so I'm trying to let more people into the meeting so that we can kick off. All right, welcome everybody. I'm so happy to have you here. We are going to start just in a minute. So I just want to look for a way to disable that password so that people can join with ease. Eddie Jong, Alpha, did you use password to join, or you just clicked on it and it's? Did you use password? Just use the chat.
Tell them to use direct link. Send them a direct link to join with.
Okay, no password. Okay. But the thing is, I have to manually admit everybody that is joining. Wow. All right, guys. My name is Adedokun Samuel. I hope you can hear me clearly. Let me know. Do I need to like speak up louder, or am I audible enough? Can we hear me properly?
Can hear you clearly.
All right. All right. All right. So I'm your host for today. My name is Adedokun Samuel, and like the flyer said, I'll be taking you guys on, the basics for beginners for cryptocurrencies, the things you need to know coming into this space as a beginner. So most people get lost when they want to, navigate this cryptocurrency space, but I'm here to, show you one or two things that you need to bear in mind. Um, is this guy here? All right, so let's kick off. I'll be sharing my screen, and after sharing my screen, I'll ask you guys if you can see my screen, so I'll know if you guys are following. All right, we are starting now. We are starting now. Okay, can we see my screen? If
Yeah.
you can see my screen, just indicate. I don't know why the thing is not accepting people into the meeting directly. I need to admit. Okay, so you can see my screen. Good. All right. So we are going to break this down. We are going to talk about blockchain. We are going to talk about Bitcoin. We are going to talk about Binance also. So these are very basic things that you hear in the crypto ecosystem. So I'm going to be breaking it down for us so that we can digest it properly. So it does not go without talking about money. Now, money over the years has transformed from one thing to another. Like in social studies in school, you know, they always tell us that it's something people attach worth to. Sorry, just a minute. Sorry, guys, I'm admitting more people. I have to do it manually, so just bear with me. So, like I was saying, money is a tool used to, exchange value from one person to another. So, from time it was gold, it was dowries, and even right now we use paper money, which is very popular. But money is advancing, and that's what has given birth to this new whole world of cryptocurrencies, which we also refer to as digital money. So, for money to be regarded as anything valuable, it has to be shared as a belief that, okay, um, we believe that if I give you this, it is worth so amount, and I can collect so amount of value from you by giving you this particular money. So fiat money, as you know or might not know, is our money we use, our paper money issued by government, centralized, and right now is still what is legally acceptable in, in the world, and is the most used currency in the world, which is the paper money. So the paper money has replaced gold and other means of exchange that might have existed in the past, like stones, dowries, and all those kind of stuff. So um, fiat money fiat money is centralized. And what I mean by that is that it's issued by a government. They control the supply, and they control. And once you control the supply of any asset, basically you have you have unrestricted, you know, impact on the market of that particular asset. So um, it can give birth to what we call inflation because it's not a scarce commodity. The government can just wake up for money and just start and print money from thin air, and nobody is there to hold them accountable for it. So that's why we said it's centralized. Okay. Um. So next we move to cryptocurrency. So this is the reason why we are here. It is a digital form of money and it's protected by what we call cryptography. Cryptography is is the is the art of concealing a message whereby it does not get tampered with from the person sending the message, the person receiving the message is intact. So that's basically the idea behind cryptography. So there's this trust, there's this trust as a result of encryption. So it can be duplicated or destroyed. Cryptocurrencies, once it's created, and that is because of what we call the blockchain and the network behind it. So we are still going to talk more about that as we move on. So the next thing we want to talk about is Bitcoin itself. Now, Bitcoin, like you guys know already, is all over the place. Okay, someone wants to join. It's all over the place. We hear it every day: Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. So what's actually Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is the first digital currency that was, created. Actually, there was one called digital gold, but that didn't quite work out. So Bitcoin is the first digital currency that actually passed all the tests of a medium of exchange that you can actually trust, to make transactions. And because of these properties that it has, people can say, okay, I can buy Bitcoin knowing that it cannot get destroyed or burnt up, or somebody cannot just push one button somewhere someday and all of a sudden, boom, it's all gone. So we didn't just wake up one morning and say, let me just buy Bitcoin because everybody's buying it. No, these are the basic things you need to know. It's a digital form of money protected by cryptography, and it's transparent, open source, and censorship resistant. So what I mean by censorship resistant is that basically nobody can stand up anywhere and say, I own control over all the bitcoins, or I want to adjust something in the Bitcoin network, or I want to just do this. I want to reverse somebody sent money. I want to reverse it. It's not possible with cryptocurrencies. It's practically impossible. It's impossible, and that's the beauty of it, because once that is in place, we have what we call freedom of money. All right. So in our regular banking system, if you send money to somebody and probably there's some investigation going on, and that transaction was tagged as fraudulent, so all of a sudden you can't that money is going to be blocked. You can't make use of the money, probably going to be reversed. So with cryptocurrencies, all that is inexistent, and therefore is what we call resistant to censorship. It's open source in the sense that the Bitcoin code is out there for everyone that wants to see how it is written, how the system works, why people can trust it. And that's the main point why people can trust Bitcoin, because it is open source. From a developer's point of view, you can review the code, and say, okay, this is in place, this has been deployed to the network, and this is what makes it actually true for me to be able to buy Bitcoin and say, okay, yes, nobody can tamper with my money from anywhere. That's basically it. So who created Bitcoin? A man with the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, like you may know already, is a computer scientist. Is the one that solved the problem of double spend in Bitcoin, in digital currencies. The idea of digital currencies, most people don't know, has existed actually for quite some time before Bitcoin actually came into place. So the idea was there already, but there was this problem called the double spend problem, whereby, let's say, I have 100 Bitcoin now, and I can send it to this guy, send it to another guy, and there's no system to keep all those transactions in check, to make sure that somebody is not spending the same set of coin twice. So that will call the double spend problem. So this man Satoshi Nakamoto deployed his own version of the digital gold called Bitcoin 2009, and it solved the double spend problem by what we call miners today verifying transactions on the blockchain, and all of a sudden everything fell into place. So this man, nobody knows his whereabouts, and it's a good thing actually, because if there's somebody that you know you know that okay, this is the person that created Bitcoin, all of a sudden you start asking questions. Are you going to crash it? Are you going to do this? How many Bitcoin do you have? Questions that really don't need answers. So it's a good thing in my own opinion that nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is. So what is blockchain itself? Blockchain in itself is the bedrock. Blockchain is what makes Bitcoin as a currency to work. Blockchain is a distributed ledger. As you can see from this map, if you can see my screen, is 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 all over the place. These are networks. These are networks that are connected to each other that need to verify the information that they are telling each other. Is it corresponding with the main server? Is it corresponding with what is on the other person's network? So that system is what makes sure that transactions are verified correctly. This what this miner is verifying is the same thing the other person is adding to his own block and stuff like that. So that's what makes Bitcoin in itself work, because blockchain is a success. That's what makes Bitcoin work, and other cryptocurrencies we see today like Ethereum, Ripple, and the likes. So that's what makes it work basically. So what is blockchain? We've talked about that already. It's a special type of ledger, um, store money, store transaction, and it is tamper proof because it's always verified, and you can't upload wrong information to the network because it's a public copy. Everybody can see has a copy of the ledger. So um, transactions, participants don't need to trust each other before you can transact on the blockchain. Why? Because we have people that verify it. You can also look into that. These are miners. They're in charge of mining these blocks in the blockchain that contain these distributed ledgers. So um, i'll be showing us I'll be showing us a practical example of what the blockchain looks like. Okay, so this is a website called blockchain.com, and you can see want to like dive into this address. This is a Bitcoin wallet address. I want to know, okay, what does the blockchain have to say about this address? Let's say you had a transaction with somebody, and probably this was your wallet address or something. You can come here, you can see information, you can see address, number of transactions, number of the amount of Bitcoin sent and received, final balance. You can see the time these transactions were made. So this is basically a a ledger. That's what we call it, a ledger. And this is verified by miners. All right, for a fee. Of course, there will surely be a fee. You can see here we have fee. We have the fee here. So we've talked about Bitcoin, we've talked about blockchain already. We've talked about their properties, which we can also see here. Um, Next, we move to Bitcoin versus fiat money. So basically, this is a summary of what we've said so far about the fiat money and Bitcoin. Why the fiat money is centralized, Bitcoin is decentralized. Fiat money is controlled by the government. Bitcoin is just peer-to-peer transactions. Fiat money is not scarce. Why? Because the government is in control of how much money is in circulation, whereas Bitcoin is scarce. Only 21 million Bitcoin available till the end of time. All right. So unlimited supply, and this one is has a limited supply. So basically, the idea is when you have a good that is limited, things that are limited have higher prices. If you get me, something that is all over the place, just like water. Water is all over the place, and the supply of water is unlimited. So therefore, a little value is attached to it. So you get pure water 10 naira, 10 naira. But when you take another product, probably like your iPhones, for example, your latest iPhones, your PlayStations, they are not as abundant and relatively available like water. So automatically the prices, increase. And that's the same ideology behind, Bitcoin and the supply and how it affects prices. So um you have the issue of chargebacks when transactions are rejected or it does not go through, like the scenario I painted earlier. Like you make a transaction and all of a sudden, right, and all of a sudden it gets flagged and say, okay, you cannot make that transaction again. For example, we've seen cases recently whereby if you want to send money to somebody, probably you want to buy Bitcoin, you send money to somebody, and all of a sudden you use a remark like Bitcoin in the transaction, and you send money to somebody, and your banking system flags it and say this is a Bitcoin transaction and it could be fraudulent. All of a sudden they flag it as fraudulent, and they freeze the money or reverse the transaction. So all those kind of chargebacks are not possible with the blockchain system. There's nothing like that. So it's fast and cheap, irreversible transaction. I've talked about censorship already. So we move on to bank transfers. Um, Ideally, if you want to transfer money in from one part of the world to another part of the world, you probably have to make use of third parties like Western Union and the likes, which is a whole hassle. You have to do all the KYCs. KYC means know your customer. You have to give them information about yourself. They have to know where you live. They have to know what you do for a living. They need referees and all those kind of information before you can send money from one part of the world to another part of the world. And you can see the fee is not low as well. So this is the average fee to send money from one part of the world to another part of the world. You can see 7%, and it's not still going to be instant. It will still take time before the transaction is done. So whereas in a blockchain transfer, immediately you send it, immediately the person receives it, and the fees compared to the 7% of the bank transfer system, you can see that the fees here is 0.5, which is very, very small, and the processing time is a lot lower, a lot lower. So that's a very big plus of using the blockchain system. Um, like I think yesterday or so, there was a transaction. I hope you can still see my screen. So let me open the chat. Can we still see my screen? I'm trying to accept as much people as I can accept. Um,
Yeah, we can go on.
X1 equals to admit others. Okay. Can we see my screen? Just use the chat. Okay. All right. All right. Good. Um, can I? Okay, I can shift this. All right. So this is Twitter, and this is a tweet. Somebody tweeted a transaction that was, made 1.16 billion dollar worth of Bitcoin was moved in the largest ever dollar transaction. And the funniest part of this is that nobody knows who initiated this transaction. Nobody knows who it was sent to. But you can see the ridiculous amount that was sent. Now, in your banking system, um, this is possible, but you can imagine the amount of regulations this has to go through before they are going to finalize this transaction. Whereas in the blockchain system, it just happens just like that, and that's the end. So it's a very beautiful thing to behold. The old financial system is slowly getting outdated. People are going to, be more interested in this, and hereby increasing the price of Bitcoin along the line. So we move to the next thing, which is called cryptocurrency wallets. Now, this is the first thing most people jump into when they come into the crypto ecosystem. They want to have a place they can, store their their cryptocurrencies, and it's very, very, very important because if you go and open it, this is probably one of the disadvantages of using cryptocurrency, because most people are careless with storing their cryptocurrency. Whereas if you use the normal banking system, probably if you go to your bank, tell them my name is so so so, tell them this is the phone number I used to register. They'll just pull up your details from their system, tell you your account number, tell you how much you have in your account. But when it comes to cryptocurrencies, is a different ball game, because you own everything. You are basically the bank of yourself. You are your bank. And if you lose information about your own self, about your bank, so there's nobody to recover it for you. So these are the type of wallets we have. We have the software wallet, web wallet, desktop, mobile, hardware, paper wallet. So I'm going to be, um, explaining this bit by bit. So the software wallet is basically mostly for people that are more savvy with tech. You can download the wallet, you can download Bitcoin wallet itself, the original Bitcoin wallet, and make use of it on your PC. We also have web wallets where you go to websites like blockchain.com. If you navigate here to wallets, you can create a wallet on the go. Um, they'll ask you, you give them some information, and the wallet is going to be created for you. Um, where web wallets they are different from each other, because right here, okay, some will ask you for email and password and all those things. Why some they won't even ask you for all those information. All they need is just for you to tell them you need a wallet, and you'll be given what we call private keys and your public key as well. So next we move to mobile wallets. Mobile wallets are applications just like this wallet I showed, the blockchain.com wallet. They also have their what we call mobile wallets, where you can install it on your Android phone, iOS, whatever device you're using. You can install it there and send transactions from one person to another person, receive money also. So the hardware wallet is what we refer to as cold wallets, cold storage. Now, the hot wallets are wallets that are accessible on the internet alone. On the internet, all these wallets, software, web, desktop, mobile wallets, they are all tied to the internet. Now, cold storage, cold wallets, they are offline wallets, physical wallets, um, like Trezor wallets, Ledger, Nano. There are quite a number of them out there. You buy them, they look like just like a flash drive. You connect it to your PC, install it, and use it to verify transactions that you want to make. So without plugging that wallet to a source of internet or to a computer device, you won't be able to make any transaction. So it's just like a more safer way to transact than having everything tied to the internet. So let's say you leave your hardware wallet in Enugu and you travel to Lagos, just know that you cannot do any transaction whatsoever until you plug in that hardware wallet. Even if the wallet is right there, staring right in front of you on your laptop, you cannot verify any transaction without your hardware wallet. So um, while private keys are very important, they give birth to what we call paper wallets. So um, your private keys, when you write them down on a piece of paper, your public key as well. Your public key is basically your wallet address that used to send and receive Bitcoin. So having it written on a piece of paper automatically turns that paper to a wallet. So that's the idea. So blockchain blockchain while solving the issue of creating a digital currency also solve other issues, like it gives birth to what we call decentralized finance, decentralized applications, gaming, identity management, internet of things. So this is probably a little bit deep to go into right now because we just want to touch the fundamentals. Mind you, this is not a one-time class. We're still going to have another part where we'll dive into, you know, things that we need to know as beginners and how to start getting involved in the whole ecosystem. Um, so we've talked about this already: transfer of money, um, low fees. So in terms of remittance, blockchain is a very fast-growing industry. You can imagine nations of the world that don't have access to money all of a sudden, because of the blockchain technology, because of how easy it is to send money. A very good example is the issue of NSAS. We know what has been going on in our beloved country for some weeks now, and the NSAS movement. At a point, Flutterwave was sponsoring a donation outlet whereby people can donate money to, help the movement. So all of a sudden, um, the government came in and probably they didn't like what Flutterwave was doing, and they blocked it. So what was the next thing to do? We used that opportunity to they used that opportunity to explore the amazing features of the blockchain by creating a Bitcoin wallet, and people started donating into that wallet again. So no restrictions, like we said, no restrictions, borderless, free movement of money, and that's basically that's basically the beauty of it. So it's a very fast growing, sphere, and very interesting to be part of. All right, so we are going to be looking at more properties of the blockchain. I'm still admitting more people in. Okay, I think I can see some chats. Let me just. All right, somebody asked blockchain wallet, trust wallet, and brave wallet, which is the most reliable and secure? How do you know the fees they will charge while sending coins? Now, um, okay, let me break it down. Blockchain wallet is one of the most popular Bitcoin wallets in the whole crypto space. Now, why it is the most popular does not mean it is the safest to use. Matter of fact, blockchain collects your email, in which you have no idea what they're using your email for. Whereas with a wallet like Trust Wallet, you don't need to give them your email before opening Trust Wallet. And once you get your private keys, blockchain wallet also gives you private keys. Sometimes a matter of which one you are more comfortable with in terms of the user interface and user experience. So um, what I may like may be different from what you like, but ultimately, any exchange, any wallet that does not give you access to your private keys is not a wallet, because at the end of the day, your private keys is what gives you ownership of your own money, which means if all of a sudden your phone gets stolen, your PC gets stolen, probably you accidentally deleted the app, your private key is what gives you access to that wallet, to that money you have on that address any day, anytime. You can always import it on another wallet on the go in seconds and keep sending and receiving. So um in terms of fees are affected by a lot of things actually, and mostly by the miners and network congestion. So um, in a, when there is a lot of congestion in the network, the fees are going to increase because a lot of transactions are queuing up. So let me just use this scenario to explain it. Take for example, there's a toll gate, and everybody wants to pass. Everybody wants to get to the other side. But who is going to go first? Now that's another question. So now, with the way Nigeria works, obviously, now we get money pass, go first, move to the other side. So now the miners are going to rank your transaction according to who wants to pay the highest fee. Mind you, you can set whatever fee you want for a transaction. Although as a beginner, I may not know how to do that. So the miners are going to look at who is going to pay the highest fee. Now, the average amount of fees that people are paying at that point in time is going to sum up the average fee your wallet is going to also give you to pay, so that your transaction can meet the minimum requirements to go through at that point in time. I hope you get my explanation. So fees are not determined by wallet, unless they are, central wallets that charge a lot of fees for transactions. But Trust Wallet is a very good wallet. I personally make use of Trust Wallet, and it's very safe to use. Just own your private keys and all will be well. All right. We move to another branch of cryptocurrencies. I hope I've been able to answer your question, Festus. I guess you can use the chat box to respond if I've been able to clear your question. And if you also have any other question, you can post it. You can post it. If you have any question, we can interact using the chat box. Um, so next we move to DeFi. So the full meaning of DeFi is decentralized finance, and decentralized finance is going to make sense to you you are already involved if you are already involved in the crypto space already. If you are just coming into the crypto space, it might not make much sense to you. But if you know quite a bit about cryptocurrencies and how they work already, okay, let's talk DeFi. Now, what does DeFi bring to the table? DeFi brings decentralized exchanges already. An exchange like Binance. Um, Binance has a decentralized and a centralized exchange. So an exchange like Binance now um, is run by a company, and because of that, when you send money to Binance, you no longer have um, you no longer have control over your money. Although Binance is safe, is a very safe to make transactions and all that. But when you are sending cryptocurrency to any exchange whatsoever, know that the money is leaving the comfort zone of where you can fully control it to another another platform whereby is now controlled by other individuals. So you understand. So and we send money to exchanges why to trade on those platforms. Trading on those platforms gives us leverage to make more cryptocurrencies. Take for example, you trade on Binance, you deposit Bitcoin on Binance, you trade a particular coin, the coin goes up by 40%, you make 40% extra of your cryptocurrency and probably withdraw that, and roses and roses and roses. But it is centralized. So because there's now a problem that, okay, what if the owners of this exchange just wake up one morning and like we're no longer interested, and and that's it. We are going. So that gave birth to what we called decentralized exchanges. Now, decentralized exchanges are exchanges that is controlled by nobody has central power over the exchange. Nobody has central power over the exchange. You can connect your wallet directly to the exchange and trade on those exchanges. Mind you, all the trade is happening within the comfort zone of your wallet. No amount of cryptocurrency is leaving your wallet. Everything is happening within your own wallet. So that's the beauty of decentralized exchanges, which also DeFi also, has other aspects like lending and borrowing, and it changes everything. So benefits of decentralized finance is the same rules apply to everyone. So there's what we call financial inclusion. Nobody is ranked. When you go to the bank and you're a big man, you don't go to queue, you don't go to the cashier and start waiting. You walk straight into the manager's office and say, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. I want to lend this bank money, I want to borrow this bank, I want to borrow from this bank. So with DeFi, all that is not there. Everybody is treated the same because there's no social hierarchy when it comes to the decentralized space. So with that being said, I hope you understand what I mean by no financial inclusion. Now, it is accessible to the whole global body. Everybody, as long as you have a mobile device connected to the internet, you can get involved in this space. So take for example now, maybe there's a loan opportunity in somewhere in Canada and you're here in Nigeria. You can't be a part of that. Why? Because um you can't go to Canada, you're not recognized there as a citizen. Rules and rules and rules and rules that apply. But when it comes to decentralized finance, if there's a platform where you can lend and borrow on DeFi, it can be done by anybody as long as you have a mobile device and access to the internet. It is private, you don't need permission from anybody, you're not being monitored by anybody. You can do anything anytime you like, anytime, any in any proportion. So no KYC, nobody's going to ask you for your email, nobody's going to ask you where you live, nobody's going to nobody's going to ask you all those questions that make you feel uncomfortable. So there's a part what we call liquidity, and this is what makes it possible. So in DeFi, there's what we call liquidity providers. These are the people that bring their money into the DeFi space in order to make all these transactions possible. um so now, what are the problems behind decentralized finance? Okay, now the problem is, for example, um, it is not readily, understandable to your average human. If you've not learnt it from somewhere, like this program Binance is holding, it is part of the attempt to educate people on how they can be part of this boom that is about to happen, this DeFi boom that has started already. This education that we are bringing it to you guys, that okay, do you know that you can do this without this? Do you know you have access to this? Do you know you can do this? So that's part of the problems we are trying to solve, which is education. We also have other issues like scalability. We're not going to go deep into that right now. User experiences. Now, when we talk about user experience, it's just, let's say for somebody that has not used a crypto wallet before, all of a sudden you download Trust Wallet. Like Festus was saying earlier, you download Trust Wallet, you start making transactions, and because you are not so used to the whole platform and system, all of a sudden you start experiencing mistakes. You start, probably you delete the app unknowingly, or you upgraded it, and all of a sudden you can no longer access your wallet. So all those kind of things is very possible, very very possible. There are several cases. I personally know somebody that installed Trust Wallet and had crypto inside, like huge amount of crypto in that wallet, and just because the person didn't back up his private keys. Like I said, your private key is your money itself, because even if you uninstall that wallet, you can use your private key to recover it back on another wallet, or even that same Trust Wallet. The choice is yours. So not backing up your private key, person upgraded the wallet on Play Store, and all of a sudden you're asked to log into your wallet again, and you don't have those details. You are doomed. Your money is gone. So those are the kind of mistakes that can happen. That kind of mistakes that can happen when you are venturing into this space. So in order to make that minimal as possible, so we are here to educate you guys and always be here to, guide you, take you by the hand every step of the way. So another issue about DeFi is that, anytime there's an emerging technology, people are skeptical about it. Is it going to work out fine? Um, is it going to fail? Just like the internet. So I don't know if most of us know about the history of the internet and how it came to place. Most people didn't believe the internet was going to be a success. They all felt it's just another of these projects that is going to start and fail. And the same thing happened to Bitcoin also. When Bitcoin first started, it gained some traction. All of a sudden, people started disbelieving it because of the fluctuations, like crazy fluctuations in the price and stuff. But with time, once there's a good working system, you always know that okay, this stuff is actually going to work. So the same thing we are seeing with decentralized finance right now. Now, any platform that that is hard to censor is a problem to the centralized system. Bitcoin right now is a problem to the centralized system of the world, because they are seeing how people can easily bypass restrictions that they've put in place. The government always wants to know how much you have, how much you are sending, how you got those money. And with Bitcoin, all those questions are not being are reducing, because you now have freedom of money. So is DeFi secure? Is it standard? Is it a bubble? Will it fail? So these are things that is these are question marks surrounding the whole DeFi space. So I present to you Binance. Binance is the world's leading blockchain and cryptocurrency, exchange. In fact, if you come into the crypto ecosystem, Binance is like a checkpoint. You can't do without Binance. Binance is like a checkpoint. Every service you require from cryptocurrency, from storing your crypto to trading, having access to. In fact, Trust Wallet is one of the products of Binance. You can look it up. So a lot of good things about this platform. You can see how long it took to rank to the number one trading volume in the whole world. So 165 days and boom. So this does not just happen overnight. This is because of the standard set by the company, how people have trusted in Binance over the years, and you can see that it's speaking for itself. So Binance is global. It's not just one Nigerian company sitting in the corner trying to, maneuver you into doing something. You can see Binance is global, active in different countries around the world, over 180 countries. Um, you can access the website in different languages, over 15 languages. So here is a pictorial representation of features that Binance offer. You can see the trading part. In the second part of this event, we are going to look at, you know, trading on Binance. That's where we are actually going to uncover a lot of things about cryptocurrencies that you need to know as a beginner so that you won't make mistakes that other people have made. We've made those mistakes for you, and you are just here to pick up on the good part. So there's sports and margin, OTC, on the counter, P2P, peer-to-peer trading, where you can just come to Binance and um, check out somebody you want to buy crypto from, buy from the person, sell your crypto also on Binance P2P. So a lot can be done. A lot can be done on Binance, basically. All right, so you can buy cryptocurrencies on Binance using your local currency. In this case, our local currency is naira, and we can also sell crypto on Binance. With we can also sell crypto to Binance and withdraw our local currency to our bank. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So we are going to be looking into that now. All right, let me check the chat box. Okay, somebody asked, being new to crypto space, how can one know good coin and likely websites or tools to check to know the coin is good apart from coin market cap? Actually, coin market cap does not tell you coins to buy. Coin market cap is a website that gives information on different cryptocurrencies. um okay, here's another website you can get information from, called CoinGecko. Actually, I use CoinGecko. They update all these new projects faster than CoinMarketCap. So this is Bitcoin. As you can see, this is the price of Bitcoin. It has been going nuts of late. Um, this is the current market cap of Bitcoin. But we want to look at Binance. This is basically Binance. Let me go to the home interface. So when you open Binance, I'm going to be posting my link in the lobby group. So you sign up, and there's a promotion. Sign up and trade. Make sure you sign up on Binance and trade as soon as you can using that link. I'm going to drop it in the lobby room so you can sign up. So once you log on to Binance, this is the home page. You come here to buy cryptocurrency. You can buy using bank deposits. You can buy using credit card. You can buy using P2P trading, like I explained earlier. I'm just going to disable my screen sharing real quick so that I can, you know, log in and show you guys some things about depositing and withdrawing. All right. So far, if you have any questions, just make sure you drop them in the chat box while I log into the account. Kindly mute yourself. If you want to talk, kindly mute yourself so that you won't disturb other people. Thanks. All right, I've muted you. Guys, don't forget to use the chat section. Ask your questions and let's get it interactive. No worry, just keep dropping your questions. I'll attend to everything. Just keep dropping your questions. All right, guys. So I've logged in. Let me share my screen again. All right, can we see my screen? If you can see my screen, just indicate in the chat. All right, all right. Okay, let me go back to the home page. So I want to demonstrate how you can deposit directly from your bank into Binance and how you can also withdraw from Binance into your bank. Now, this is Naira, literally depositing Naira into Binance and also withdrawing Naira from Binance. Okay. So once you log into your account, the first thing you do is you navigate to buy crypto using NGN. You can see it right here. So you can either choose to use the bank deposit option or credit card option. All right. Okay. So for this demonstration, I'm going to be using the credit card option. For the bank transfer, there's a fee of 150 naira Whereas for the card transaction, 1.4% of the amount you are using. So here you input the amount you want to deposit in naira. So let's say you want to deposit 6,000, for example. Click on continue. So here is a Flutterwave powered payment gateway where you used to pay. And so you fill out your credit card number, you fill out all these details like your CVV, the expiry date of your card. So mind you, this is a trusted platform, Flutterwave. So you have nothing to worry about with your card details and information and stuff. So after putting your information, you click on pay. So let me do that right now. All right, so I've clicked on the pay button after inputting my details, and OTP has been sent to conclude the transaction. So depending on the bank you use, is usually different. So all you need to do is input your card details, and as you can see, the deposit order has been submitted. And if I come to view the history, you can already see that it has been deposited already. So that's that about that. Um, and if you come to the trading platform, so here is Binance trading platform. Let's say all right. So if you come to the Naira pair NGN, here you can see the amount of Naira I have here, 8,000 Naira. It has been added to, the one I had there initially. So here you can use this amount of Naira you have now to buy Bitcoin directly on this exchange, Binance exchange. And you can also, sell also the amount of Bitcoin you have. So let's say I have some Bitcoin here and I want to sell it to Naira. So I want to demonstrate the withdrawal also how it works. I want to sell to Naira. I click the sell button, come to market. Let's say I want to sell everything to Naira. Click the sell button and it has been sold. So if you go back to your wallet, if you go back to your wallet now, you can see that okay, this is the amount of Naira you have in your wallet. And to withdraw it, all you need to do is to what? You click on the withdrawal button, withdraw, and you you put the amount you want to withdraw. So it's going to be done via a bank transfer. You add your details to your bank details, that's your account number, your bank name, and the likes, and you click on confirm withdrawal. So after clicking on confirm, you're going to be asked for all these details to ensure that the transaction is being initiated by you. So you request for the code to be sent to your phone number. Another one will be sent your, then you put your Google verification code. So let me do that real quick. So during this process, every question you have, just keep dropping them in the chat box. I'll attend to everything in a moment after I'm done with this demonstration. All right. I've shared my screen again. So as you can see, after putting all those information required, the withdrawal order has been submitted, and in a few moments from now, I'm going to receive the transfer from my Binance account to my bank account. So that's basically how it works, to withdraw from Binance and to deposit into Binance as well. So let's see the questions we have here. All right, let me see if I can start from the first one. All right, someone said, thank you very much for the introduction, but when do we start making money from crypto? Okay, so like I told you, this is just part one of two of this event. So the second part is going to be coming up in like a week from now. So we are going to dive into the nitty gritties of making money from trading on Binance. So then we are going to look into all those green and red candles you were seeing earlier, what they mean, how to analyze them, how to make money from them, and things like that. So this is not everything. This is just an introductory session, so that next time when we come, I won't have to start explaining what Bitcoin is. We've covered all that, so that we'll just dive into how to analyze all these things, how to make use of all these tools, how to make money, because that's why we are here. We are not here to catch cruise, we are here to make money. So how to use all these things to your advantage. We are going to be looking at that next. So um all right. Okay, so how do I get signal to buy and sell? So after going through the next phase of the training, I can personally add you to a signal group of mine where you can get, signals to follow the market. Um, I read that browsers reward users with crypto. How truthful is it, and which browser is that? So basically, there are some some people just wake up one morning and say, click on this link to use to mine Bitcoin using browser, blah 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 blah. The bitter truth is that you won't make money using all those stuff, all those mobile miners and the likes of that. Even if you get lucky and stumble on one that is actually legitimate, the probability of you making reasonable amount of money is extremely low. So in my own advice, I won't advise you to get tangled in all that, because at the end of the day, they'll ask you for details about you yourself, your email. They can read information on your phone, and at the end of the day, if you're active in the crypto space, you need to be very careful of the kind of links you click on, because um, you start holding online money. And trust me, anything that is online, if you're not careful enough, it can be engineered to lose that money, whether knowingly or unknowingly. So you have to be very careful with all those browsers and websites always promising you this and that. So some of them are just using it to generate traffic from people that don't know anything about what they are doing. um can someone use bank ussd code to transfer? um your ussd code can be used to transfer from a bank to another bank. You can't use it to transfer to Binance. You have to use your okay. Yeah, you can use it. I use the card method, like I said. I use the card method. So when you want to use the other bank transfer method, yes, you can use USSD codes to transfer, if that's what you're asking. But you have to be careful, because um, that method you have to get the transaction done under 30 minutes and make sure the money has been sent to the correct bank. So you can also use card or bank, which one you are comfortable with. Someone said bank transfer fees are higher. Actually, bank transfer fees is actually low, and card fees also. There are promotions on card fees. You can, if you use your Visa card, there is discount on that also. So somebody asked, what is the minimum balance to trade with on Binance? Once you create a Binance account, you can deposit as low as 100 naira, 500 naira to trade on Binance. But for if you want to start trading, I won't advise you to deposit too much amount of money. You know, you need to test the waters. Something you are going into for the first time, there's probability you can lose money. Nobody is telling you that this is a one ticket, one way trip to financial freedom. Nobody is telling you that. You need to learn, and that is the information we are giving to you right now. You need also time to absorb this information and grow your skin in the market as well. So it depends on you. The more the merrier. If you make 10% profit on 1,000 naira, that is 100 naira. If you make 10% profit on 10,000 naira, that is 1,000 naira profit. If you make 10% profit on 100,000 naira, that's 10,000 naira profit. So the more the merrier, but you also need to understand that the more you invest, the more you expose yourself to a position of loss. But we are here to make sure that um, you develop as a good trader, and we are also here to guide you. So there's a community you can be added to. I'll drop the link in the lobby room. I also drop the link to sign up on Binance. So you sign up using my link if you want to trade. Um, there are promotions coming in the coming months when you trade, when you sign up using my link. So if you Abel, if you do the calculation for the promotion on the card, and you weigh it up with your bank transfer, so which whenever you are more comfortable with, you go for it basically. Yeah, to acquire the skill, To acquire the skill, we have a community. You'll be added. I'll drop the link to the community as well, where we can follow you up on your trading journey and make sure that you get the best out of Binance. So um, we spent over an hour, and if you have any other questions, just um, quickly ask so we can round up. All right. So the next class, I'm going to announce it. Just um, stay. I'll announce it in the group. So I'll drop the link to our general group where you can join. So all the informations you are going to get it from the general group. So when the class is going to hold, you also be informed as well. All right. Thanks to everybody that attended this webinar. Israel, Abel, Musa, Edith Young, Festus, Abel, Daniel, all of you guys are great. So thanks for being a part of this. So we are rounding off now. Thanks for the your input. We are rounding off. Yeah, I understand that a lot of traders are already out there, but they are lost in the market. The market keeps taking advantage of them. So we are here to help you grow. We are here to make sure that you also see the green side of the market as well, Daniel. So just I'll post the link to the general group. You can join and we'll keep in touch with you. All right, without further ado, we've come to the end of this event. Thanks so much for being a part of it. I hope to see you in the next one. All right.
Yeah, thank you, sir.